Hi, I'm Pam.
And I'm Dave. We're gallivanting geeks and nom-nom nerds.
We both love to cook.
But more importantly, we
love
to
eat. Join us as we bring our cell phones and our appetites
and eat our way through our community, our town, and beyond.
because all roads lead to food.
Let's eat! The next part of our journey takes us from sunny Calgary, Alberta, over the border to British Columbia and eventually to Vancouver. We're flying over the Canadian Rockies right now, which straddle the border between Alberta and British Columbia. We're approaching Vancouver from the east, flying over the Fraser Valley, which is carved out by the mighty Fraser River. The river starts out in the Canadian Rockies and eventually empties out into the Strait of Georgia, which is an extension of the Pacific Ocean. The river serves as a shipping route between the Port of Vancouver and communities all along the Fraser River. The Vancouver International Airport has some beautiful contemporary and traditional artwork from Indigenous and First Nations artists. We pulled into town a little bit late, so we stopped off for a snack at the Brecca Bakery and Cafe. I'm having an Empire cookie and a breakfast cookie.
The best way to end a long day. Chocolate mousse cake.
Just having a low-key sort of day. We've done a lot of traveling in the last couple of days, so just taking it easy, doing a little bit of shopping and grabbing a coffee and a pastry here and there. So we're going to go for dinner tonight at the Nam, a long-established vegetarian vegan restaurant in Vancouver. One of my favorite places every time I come back home to visit. So we'll see you there. Here we are at the Nam, a legendary institution for vegetarian food in Vancouver. One of my favorite places.
Yeah, David's super excited and it smells really, really good. And it's got like this cool like native art on the back.
So let's head in. First up are their famous sesame fries, and served with a beet carrot slaw alongside that delicious miso gravy. I'm having the Nam burger. It has a patty made with grains, tofu, and nuts.
I'm having the black bean burrito with guacamole, veggies, and cheese, and some homemade salsa. Yum.
And lastly, we're sharing the Nam quesadilla. You're listening to the smooth sounds of Dave FM, the soundtrack for your Saturday night drive.
Dave. Don't do that, Dave. Open the pod bay doors, Dave.
This obscure movie reference brought to you by Pam. Pam and I are going our separate ways this morning. I'm going to Duffin's Donuts with my dad. This place has got to be one of the most unique places I've ever been. It's got everything from Mexican torta subs, fried chicken, Vietnamese banh mi sandwiches, burgers, fries, hot dogs, empanadas, pupusas, and of course, donuts. I got the Vietnamese banh mi sandwich. It was a nice day, so we took it out to a park. I think this guy wants my sandwich.
I am going to Superhero, a Japanese fusion restaurant. I am eating deep fried tofu with a super pungent garlic sauce. Now for my main, I am having the spicy beef teriyaki wrap with lettuce, onions, and spicy mayo.
After lunch, I rejoined Pam with some friends, and we went for a drive around Stanley Park. The park was founded in 1888 by Lord Stanley, a Governor General. The park has many attractions, including beaches, hiking trails, lighthouses, and a seawall walk that goes around the perimeter of the park.
The north side of the park faces West Vancouver on the North Shore Mountains. This is the wealthiest part of the city. I have never seen a seaplane landing, so this is pretty cool. This is the Hollow Tree in Stanley Park. It is one of the most famous tourist attractions in Vancouver.
We've stopped at the Acorn, a vegan restaurant on trendy Main Street.
We're starting out with a refreshing lavender lemonade, followed by 3 appetizers. The first one's called Légumes. It's got a pinto bean and lentil pâté with pickles, brioche, and a multigrain cracker. Next up is the corn cavatelli, corn husk cavatelli with Saskatchewan chanterelles and lovage. And the last appetizer is the chicken of the woods mushrooms with tiger blue cheese and smoked cabbage. After having appetizers at the Acorn, we suddenly had a craving for dumplings, so we headed over to the dumpling house in East Vancouver.
It's a tiny little hole in the wall run by one woman who made our dumplings for us as we watched her. Talk about fresh. We ordered 2 kinds of dumplings. The first kind is cilantro eggplant, and as you can see, they are bursting with bright green fresh cilantro. The second dumpling we ordered is the traditional pork and cabbage. Juicy, delicious, and fresh. No dumpling meal is complete without dipping it in toasted Chinese chili oil.
The next morning, we went to the White Spot. I've been coming here since I was a kid, and I always order the same thing, their famous Triple O burger. The burger is actually quite simple. A really juicy patty, a fluffy white bun, lettuce, tomatoes, onions. But it's that famous Triple O sauce that brings it all together and elevates this burger to something much higher. The burger comes with golden crispy French fries and creamy, crunchy coleslaw. And for almost as long as I've been ordering that burger platter, I've had this blueberry pie for many, many years. It's a flaky tart shell, filled to the brim with fresh blueberries, a light glaze, and a heap of fresh whipping cream. This is pure heaven.
For dinner, we headed to Richmond, a suburb south of Vancouver with a very large Asian population. We were at the Richmond Night Market, my first ever night market. I am excited.
Besides prehistoric beasts, this market has a karaoke stage and a million different types of vendors that sell everything from clothing, sunglasses, toys, various knockoff items, and of course, a myriad of plastic objects made in, well, you know. Oh, and did I mention? Food, and lots of it.
Cruffle, where crepe meets waffle.
Oktoberfest? These guys must be lost.
Giant octopus balls, or takoyaki. Nori Express, seaweed rice tacos, anyone?
All regions of Asia are represented here, including Vietnamese, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Thai, Hong Kong, Taiwan, as well as a few other countries and cuisines, and of course, lots of deep-fried, sweet, sugary fusion food. Crispy rice cake on a stick, ranging from Oreo to octopus. I love these taiyakis, fish-shaped pastries with sweet fillings. Here's some Korean dogs, wieners battered in rice, giving corn dogs a run for their money. After looking around for a place to eat, we decided to stop off at the Aloha Boys, a Hawaiian food stand, and try their unique food. We decided to get the Spam fries.
My first ever Spam fry.
Next up is deep fried squid. Peppery, salty, and chewy.
For the last stop of the night, I hit up Crazy Jong, the king of barbecue, for some barbecue chicken skewers. Although he seemed kind of sane to me. This morning we're having dim sum with my cousins at the Pink Pearl, a long-established dim sum restaurant in East Vancouver. There is so much food here, but Pam and I are up for the challenge. We ordered egg custard tarts, gailan with oyster sauce, that's sort of like a Chinese broccoli, a hagao or shrimp dumplings, black bean spare ribs, sumai or pork dumplings in a wonton wrapper, red bean sesame balls, barbecue pork puff pastry, mango pudding, and a whole bunch of other things that I don't recall because they were gone by the time they came around our side of the table. We left the Pink Pearl stuffed to the gills, but there's a lot of food out there, and we've got a job to do.
David is taking me to another one of his favorite Vancouver haunts, the Sunshine Diner on West Broadway. Accompanied by Elvis, James, and Marilyn, I'm looking forward to some good diner grub.
My default breakfast of sausage, eggs, toast, and breakfast potatoes. I got a fruit cup to counter all that grease.
Oh, I'm Mickey Cream. I'm empty. Oh.
Well, here I am at the Sunshine Diner in the bathroom. I'm feeling like I'm being watched.
Just like Elvis, we have left the building.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The last place we visit is on the top of my list, Dynasty Dumplings. We started with the veggie and egg dumplings. Then pork gyoza.
Oh, it's hot.
Next up, their signature dumpling, the Xiaoling Bao, or pork soup dumpling. These are extraordinary and worth the hype. We finished with red bean and chocolate pancakes. It sounds like an unusual combination, but it went together really well. We are definitely coming back to this place.
Stay tuned for next week's episode as we continue to explore Vancouver. Please subscribe, and remember, all roads lead to food.
Chicken World, Chicken World, poultry time, excellent Chicken World.